Good morning, Mr. Bora. How's jail?
No.
How's jail? Good. You now picked up another DWI while you're on bond for DWI. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. Do not afford one. One will be appointed to you.
October 15th, 2024, also dispatched to regard for a traffic accident at West Belfort, Nobility Drive, in Harris County. On arrival, officers met with who was observed to be parked on northbound lane with a truck on and asleep at the wheel. When the plane finally woke up, after those full attempt, the officers observed glassy eyes, odor of alcoholic beverage, swaying, as well as multiple open and closed alcoholic spilled
Alcohol in the car while she's driving?
She's not the only officer.
Ella no era mi
Alcohol prior to operating the vehicle. Standing field sobriety HGN 206 walking turn for 8 in the one stand.
Paro una pierna. Not too fast, man. Thanks.
2 out of 4.
Dos de cuatro puchas y paro una pierna.
DIC was read.
Se le dio.
Consented to arrest. The results were 0.162, 0.15.
You're right. Is that her? Ma'am, I'm going to find you a probable cause for those 4 cases. What is that?
¿Qué es eso?
She moved in with her.
Do you want me to ask her if she knows if that's the case?
She more sneaking of us. She knows.
El mejoramiento.
It's my swearing affidavit.
I want to express my deepest disappointment. And we ordered you not to drive, and you promised us you would not drive. And now you picked up another DWI.
Otro caso de manejo.
I don't know if I'm going to take anything today, Marcus.
She has been I understand.
It screams to me that there are issues, and the last thing I want is to have her go back out there and kill someone. I mean, we have 2 DWIs in rapid succession, 0.19, and a bunch of alcohol.
I will say, Your Honor, I've already spoken with the state about the first one. First one is daughter Shante for the state. She's the one that called 911 because she was assaulted alcohol. The fire department got for the officers. They saw her in the passenger seat with the blood thing. And her arm was injured as well.
I don't remember. All I know that there was enough to see to go forward. There's an affidavit. She promises she's not going to drive.
There's also a question on the second one as to whether she was operating or not. Vehicle. Again, all of these we're going to flush out, meet the evidence. That's what we're going to try to get her on.
I am going to set a bond, but I'm going to tell you now, because she drove in violation of the affidavit, I'm going to make it a high bond. You know, I'm setting both of your bonds at $15,000.
She does have an eyeball. In light of that fact,
She does have an ISOL.
she just found out this morning.
Now have an immigration payment. Do you realize what this means?
¿Usted se da cuenta de lo que esto significa?
You have here that depends on you.
Dependéis de
Jiminy,
¿Qué cosa?
my three sons.
how old are they?
¿Qué edad tienen ellos?
La niña 2 años va a cumplir el 20 de octubre y mi niño va a cumplir 3 años el 23 de diciembre.
October, my daughter will be 2 years old, and my boy in December will be 6 years old. 6 años, dude?
I was going to suggest in the event that you wanted to work something out that I was going to wanting to do a TRAS to see how best to go forward. Now with an immigration detainer, that's just, there's no, let me ask you, do you think that you'll be able to get her an immigration bond? You want to try?
She already has an immigration attorney.
Puede tener una posibilidad.
Perhaps she's all over the country.
Solo son 3 años.
I don't know.
If she works, she both she's open like in the bonds here, kind of open immigration. If you want to find out,
No te
take
quito
her a bond. She'll be
Pues,
You guys want to try? Or no?
you know, she's tried, but she would rather, she's not gonna be able to take those on an immigration bond. And I think a lot of the fact that the first DWI so we're gonna resolve both cases. This means one will be one. Should have her sent to immigration and her immigration attorney can try something wrong.
And then try to get them all?
Boy, she's only gonna be out because if she's not gonna be that, no, she's not.
Porque si vaya con no sé qué.
One mistake can literally cost you your entire life. And I don't know if you understand or get the gravity of it. I hope one day you do. One simple mistake. Over. I'm like I said, I'm going to find that there's probable cause. I'm ordering you, if you get out on one ankle, to put a GPS monitor and not to be out in the middle of the night. You will be given a 9 p.m. or 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. curfew. On your other ankle, you will get a scram monitor, so I know that you're not consuming alcohol. Again, I'm ordering you not to drive, but like we've said, there's an immigration detainer, so the likelihood of you getting out is probably slim. Regardless, I'm going to set those bonds, or I'll set the new bond at 15,000.
What you're on?
15,000.
Eso, son nuevos.
15,000.
Yeah, 15,001. I'm going to do the other one as well, 15,001 as well. You want to set off a week, 2 weeks? What do you want to do? I don't know if I'm prepared to do something. Take your time. I mean, I'm never going to say no. Yes, we'll talk. First. Okay. Good morning, Mr. Woods. Trevion Woods. Mr. Woods, you're charged with possession of marijuana. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you.
Make it possible.
533 007.
Officers observed the defendant walking in the middle of the street when a sidewalk was available, and the officers asked the defendant for his assistance.
Again,
Yes, Your Honor.
jaywalking.
Yes, Your Honor.
Again,
The officers discovered a warrant out for the defendant's arrest out of McLean County for aggravated sexual assault of a child. The officer continued the defendant and discovered a gun and described their own.
hold on. So, what, walking while
walking the middle of the
More
street.
black again? Again, jaywalking? Where?
With the, yeah, I felt like I came from before.
They didn't know that. I mean, it just, unless the officer knew him, I mean,
So again, it's just the officer to not walking or walking the middle of the street.
so, dude, you gotta be careful in this life, man. You know? Do the right thing. It's not hard, man. Alright, I'm gonna find no probable cause of some words. You gotta be careful, man. You know? So, is he on bond currently for the other case now as well, or no? You know what? It doesn't even matter. Just be careful in this life. You have but one life. How old are you? You're 24. What are you doing now? Working, school? Good. Get your education. The more you educate yourself, the higher you're going to rise up in life. Correlates with money. The higher education you got, the more money you can make in life, the better you are off. That's the road. That's what you got to do. All right? Okay. Hold tight for me, okay?
Good morning, Your Honor. I am a co-chief on Ronald Smith.
Okay.
And so,
Great. I don't know why we had you not signed on.
yeah, I'm not sure. So I know I'm checking my client. So I submitted I don't want you to think it was last minute. The motion to sub was submitted. Okay, yeah. In the PCI packet, that it wasn't submitted last minute either. That was done last week. Previous sheet. Okay.
Don't worry.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure.
How long do you want?
Oh, just till the 30th. He's supposed to finish his anger management class on the 25th. And so, if we just do the 30th,
Sure.
okay.
He haven't had it done, he's got to be here.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. You're okay. Miss Mr. Smith wants to talk. You want to talk with me?
Yeah.
Hi, Mr. Smith. How are you?
Shots were right. Towards you this whole time.
You don't have to. I love the tenacity. I love the chutzpah, which you will, but channel that in a great way. Because if you do, sky's the limit. Really. You know, let me tell you a story. I got pulled over a while back. The officer came through. He was so aggressive. Why did you run that red light? What's wrong with you? So I said, you know what? I know I stopped. I swear I stopped. But the officer came at me like crazy. And I said, you know, I'm sorry. I was an idiot. Just, I'll do better next time. You know what he did? He let me go. So sometimes when you tuck your tail, you get more. You get more with honey than you do with vinegar, right? And it's always with a person in power, especially with a person that has the power of arrest. You buck up to them, it's over. They're always going to lose. That's what you do. It's called maturity as well, you know? Absolutely. Okay.
Thank you.
Good luck, Mr. Smith. Ready?
We have Rudy Ochoa here.
Mr. Ochoa, come up. Mr. Ochoa, you're on bond for DWI. You've not in the case. You picked up an interference with the duties of public. We're going to do what will cause you to direct remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. The direct have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir.
On October 11, 2024, officers responded to a call regarding sexual assault on a juvenile at an apartment in Harris County, Texas. Officers made contact with a family member and went upstairs for investigation. The defendant and each cooperator verbal remand, tried to take control of the situation, tried to stall off, did not use and did not do anything. He also physically escorted the out the front door, during which he argued with other panel members who refused to cooperate and actually pulled away from the officer.
So, what was the result of the investigation? What happened? Was he the suspect in the sexual assault?
Your Honor, yes, I don't believe we have that information.
I asked if I approached and there was nothing in the note.
Okay, there's no information.
So he
Investigating.
cooperated, obviously when we had him in cuffs, he went and answered whatever questions.
Obviously not.
He's pulling
We're
away.
saying,
No, after he was already, whatever they needed a question.
I asked you one thing. Actually, two things. You've not put me this. Sure, Joe, I'm sorry, but I'm going to revoke your bond. Goes with you. I will keep responded is. He's on bond on that first case. I'm just going to remove the old one, 5002. And then, I guess, just talk to me later, so it's not even make bond. Okay.
Even for the DWI that, yes, we're still in the, yeah.
Okay. So, he will auto-populate on tomorrow's docket.
Right.
So if you want a different date, we can give you a different date. Or if he bonds out, which I'm assuming he's going to, they're going to give him a 7-day setting. And if he's unable to bond out, just come talk to me tomorrow. You know, we can work something. If he does bond out, he's going to get a 7-day setting, and then let Victoria know, and then you guys can have whatever you do.
Thank you,
I'm not
Judge.
going to modify any of the conditions or rules. Okay?
We're gonna play Mr. Walter Moses, Your Honor. We are calling a family member case under policy number 2510200, Your Honor. As a state of on completion of the case will dismiss policy 2510615.
Good morning, Mr. Moses. How are you? Why does this keep happening? This is your 1, 2, 3, 4. But it's the 6th time you picked up kind of case where it's a violent case. Actually, 7. It keeps happening. Why? Why so much anger? Do you take any medication?
Sir.
Do you stop taking the medication?
No, sir.
How do you get your medication when you're out there in the free world? When you picked up the cases, had you stopped taking the medication? You were still taking it? Meaning, so you finished, you didn't have any.
Still go figure it out.
We had him T-Raz. T-Raz said mental health case load. And that's what we're doing, right? What are the other alternatives that we got? What about paying for IOP and all that? I mean, how do we make sure that it qualifies? Because I don't. Mr. Moses, do you work when you go out? When you're out of jail, do you work? Who do you live with?
Yes, sir.
It's okay with me. Who do you live with? And when you leave here now, are you going to be able to stay with mom?
Yes, sir.
Do you know that, Vera? Before you were in jail, who were you living with? One of the things that you're going to have to do is an intensive outpatient treatment. Problem is that it's expensive. It's not cheap. It's around $500 to $600 to do that. And I don't know if that's something that you have to be able to pay for. If not, I want to try to get you. I want to see if we can pay for it. How do we? If this fails, what else do we have at our disposal? So I want you to understand, Mr. Moses, that we want this to work for you. But you also have to want it to work. If you do something to violate this agreement, you don't do your treatment, you don't stay up on your probation, if you just leave, one of the options is putting you in a residential facility. Do you understand what that means? That means that you will be in, it's not in the actual jail, it's at another facility, right? It's at a lockdown facility that you will not be able to leave, and then you'll be getting. We are trying to do it this way so that you can try to do this while you're out there in the free world doing this by yourself. But if you're not able to, we're going to have to take other measures. Can you get this done? Do you know what's required for you to successfully finish? What do you have to do? Yes. What programs do you have to do? Do you know? You have to do anger management class, right? Okay, so just you have to do a thinking for a change, which is a class how you teach you how to think when you're in a bad situation. You also have to do outpatient treatment so that we know that you're actually speaking to people, working through any kind of anger issues that you may have. And substance abuse. No drugs, no alcohol. You cannot use any illegal drugs, including marijuana. No marijuana, no illegal drugs, and no alcohol. They're going to test you. You understand?
Sir.
If you complete this successfully, you do not end up with a conviction. But you need to understand that still. Oh, it is straight? No, I thought it was a deferred. Okay. This assault going on your record, there is what's called an affirmative finding of family violence. Pick up another case like this, you will be facing a third-degree felony. Minimum 2 years in prison, a maximum of 10 years in prison. If you ever pick up another assault like this again, do you understand? That's years in prison, not days like you are here. Years. You can never own a gun or ammunition as a result of this as well. There's an affirmative finding of family violence, so no guns, no ammunitions as well. Sorry, it's no weapons, right? No weapons. Weapons is a very loose term. If you have any questions about what a weapon is, you have to talk to a lawyer, but very, very careful. Do you understand? You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you accept this agreement, you cannot change your mind. You must complete this, and it's a 2-year probation. You understand? How do you plead to the offense? Guilty or not guilty? I will find you guilty, sentence you to 1 year in jail. However, I will probate that for 2 years. You've already done the TRAS, so we don't need to do that, but intensive outpatient treatment, thinking for a change, and the mental health visit. If you ever have a problem, come back to us here. We can help you if you come here. But if you just leave and don't do anything, that's the worst thing that can happen. Don't leave. Come back. Things will happen if you come back. We okay?
Sure.
Give me questions. Good luck, Mr. Moses. I hope that you can make it. Okay. Well, just been. Yes. Hold on, Mr. D. I forgot something. Hold on. I forgot. Hey, I don't think he's gonna have anything to fix or anything. So we need it. Like, we gotta get him. Okay. I have to have you sign one more document that you need to understand, Mr. Moses, that you are now ineligible, meaning that you cannot have a firearm or ammunition. I'm going to read this to you so you understand this, okay? A firearm means any device designated, made, or adapted to expel a projectile through a barrel by using an energy generated by an explosion or burning substance, or any device readily convertible to that use. If you now possess a firearm or ammunition, it could lead to charges against you. If you have any questions about how long you will be ineligible, you must talk to a lawyer, and they should be able to contact you and consult you about that. I need you to sign this so you understand that you cannot have any more weapons, okay? Okay. All right. Thank you, Mr. D. Correct. Hey, Max. Morning. Yeah, come on.
Okay.
That's the defendant?
Yes, that was Lieutenant Keener. Keener.
Okay, let's see it.
I'm approaching you after more time, for a longer visa. This is a case, there's a QB from December 2022.
Okay.
He posted on, I think, in May of 24. Hire anyone. He got a bunch of THA, 3 sessions of August. So, and I believe the roof was just completed this morning. And
Discovery complete? Is there an offer on the table?
Well, I know that that's not.
right, so I wanted some time to go over this and discover myself and with him, and then to.
Yeah, I mean, well, of course we'll give you more time, but at some point there's got to be a resolution. So
Absolutely.
it's only 165 days, so we'll give you another 30 days.
Yeah,
But you got to be nearing.
I'll be on it, Judge.
Any offers? No offers?
No offer. Fine, Judge.
Can you put one on, please? And then that way you have something to counter with as well.
Sure.
Okay. Gotcha. Brandon. Hey. Taglia, T-A-T-T.
He was told to do drugs. His first setting was last week. Yeah, he got found for marijuana and nothing else. His first quarter was last.
Yesterday?
Pardon?
Yesterday? Yeah.
Just marijuana.
Okay. So. Hold on for a minute. Good. I'm just going to counsel him. I'm not going to do anything else. Do you have the results? Okay, so let's wait on the results. Okay, so don't use. So I'm not going to test you after today, assuming it's, just that. I'm not going to test you anymore until about 40 to 45 days after. Test clean after that. Wonderful, great. If you continue to test positive for marijuana, that tells us to continue to smoke. No dice. Don't use at all. Don't hang out with anyone that's using it. Don't go into a car or you're not supposed to use anything that has anything. I'm telling you no. You skip it that way. Okay? Don't use. Show me somewhere where it says it can still be in your system at 90 days. But otherwise, 40 to 45 days, I'm going to test you again. Don't use. It tells me that, unless you prove to me otherwise. All right. Okay, Brandon. Look, there's no travel restriction. As long as you're not violating the law, you're not picking up new cases, doing anything to violate the conditions, I don't care where you go. Just if you get called for a drug test, be aware that you might have a drug test because you've got randoms, right? So if you're out and about and you get called, you go to West Diagnostics and get it tested, and then you can send it to Brandon Wolf so that we don't have to come all the way back. Don't worry about it. We'll have him here. Something that there shouldn't be out there. Let you know.
Good morning.
Hey, come on up. Good morning, Mr. Wingerter. Sir, you're charged with failure to identify oneself while being a fugitive from justice. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be against you. You have the right to have an attorney present if you cannot afford one. When we report it.
On October 10th, 2024, officers were dispatched to 35 National Parkway in regard to a shooting alarm went off. While checking the location, officers observed the defendant walked away from the business on the southeast side, ordered him to stop. On contact with the defendant advised he did not have an ID, gave a false name of clear basket, as well as a false name. The officers gave the defendant an opportunity to give his real name twice, but the defendant asserted he was not lying both times. He was tapped down as the defendant revealed that the last pipe in his lip. He was arrested for possession of paraphernalia. Subsequent to that, a fingerprint search was then conducted, which revealed the defendant's real name, showed he had an active warrant for the Harris County Sheriff's Office.
All right, Mr. Wingerter, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. Planning on bonding out. Have you been given a PR bond in this case? Yeah. I tell you that I think that everyone, at least one time, should be given and afforded the opportunity to do something right. And I will grant you a PR bond now. But if you take flight, if you take off, don't come back, I'm going to be very hard pressed in the future. Do you understand? Here's the other thing, though. I'm not going to give you a PR bond so you can just run the streets and just hang out on the street. I got to know that you have somewhere to go, someone that's going to care for you. You have somewhere to sleep, not just on the side of the street. Who do you have in your life that's with you now? How old are you? How old are you? 26. Where's mom and dad? She was in jail for what?
So I think you
Where is he living?
he's an issue downtown. So that's how find a way to the job. So like I stayed in about 49 and 12. Then I tried to work over there.
You're saying your dad lives in 49 and Fallbrook now.
It's not just
So let's do this. As an appointed Mr. Elick to represent you, I'd like to be able to verify that so that we know that you have a place to go to. And if so, I want to give you a PR bond. But like I said, I'm not giving you a PR bond so you can just run the street and create and wreak even more havoc. You have open felonies now. I'm going to keep a very, very close eye on you, where you're going, what you're doing, so you don't get in trouble, so you're not using what they're alleging is being used. No dope, no alcohol, and I'm going to test you like crazy to make sure that you're not using. Do you understand? Okay, so do you mind?
I
can
sit out and call.
Assuming, then I'll give him a PR bond. Yeah, absolutely.
And I think he's no bonded on his felonies right now. So that changed.
Oh.
So it's not like he's gonna just get out anyway.
I didn't,
You know.
Okay. I guess let's do that regardless. If you don't mind, Mr. Elick,
Sure, I'll-
has a place to go to, and
Approach one side.
okay. This is not a good way to go through, man. You're 26. You want to follow in mom's footsteps? It's not a good role model. This is not a good way to go. Starting your life now, you have one felony dismissed, you now have another 2 felonies. Life can get easier. It's harder. The more felonies you rack up, you can just make life easier for you. Come on, man.
Well, I'm really sorry. You know, I'm not, straight to I would know. I know in fact I was scared about you. What about your grandmother? I call her. She's on town.
Let's give him something so that we have something to work with. We're not just going to throw you out, and we did that 2 times before.
I'm tired.
Hey, look, you don't have to say anything. We just don't want you to float it on the street doing nothing. That's it. All right.
How are you, Coach Ron?
Thanks, Michelle. Okay, hey.
Have a plea on a law.
Okay. Come up, Miss Luna.
Judge, please, because of the 40 hours to court, so.
What are we doing? What did you guys work out?
Here to go, yes. So you don't want to see
About the weapons.
40 about.
Did you graduate from high school?
Yeah.
What are you doing now?
Your job.
When is the last time you've had a full-time job? How old are you? What have you been doing with your life?
Graduated.
If you graduate early, that must indicate you're somewhat smart. Mr. Luna, you're building yourself a future now. You're supposed to be working your butt now so that you have $1 million when you hit 40 to 50. Perhaps $2 million. Otherwise, you're going to be destitute at that age, and I'm going to tell you now, life without money, it really, really does. And what you're doing now is building yourself a life so that you have something when you get old and no one can take care of you and you're all decrepit. It's going to be really hard. I want to do this because I'm going to make sure that he's going to do something productive with your life. You now, within 30 days, must get a full-time job.
Sure.
And I'm going to make sure because I'm going to make you come, and I'd like to know whether he's got a job within 30 days. No drugs, no alcohol, I'm going to test. Do you understand? I want to make sure that you're building yourself somewhat and that you're doing something. What about a trade?
That might be a question. When I come back.
Great. When are you going to get the results on that? Call him. Call him back. Find out what happened. Find out what's taking so long. Don't just sit there and wait for someone to hand you something. It's not going to happen. You got to go get it. So we're doing a year deferred. What else?
Community service check.
You were charged with 2 counts of unlawful carrying of a weapon. You're facing up to a year in jail on each of those cases. You worked out an agreement where they're offering you a 1-year deferred is the type of probation that completed successfully. You do not end up with a conviction on your record. And in exchange, they're going to dismiss one of your cases. What you need to understand, Mr. Luna, is you give up nearly every right known to man by entering this agreement. And if you fail this agreement, you authorize it to in jail for an entire year. 365 days in jail if you violate this provision. Do you understand? I want you to do well, and I'll make you a deal. If you work and you do well, I'll take you off and have as a reward for doing well. And I'll make you a double reward. If you are able to get into a trade school education or some kind of trade like that, I will deem your community service hours waived. We're taking off 100 hours of community service if you get the trades. Like pipe fitting, what's the other one? Welding. That's what you do. That's where you can make a lot of money. $20 an hour, $20 an hour. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront, cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you accept this agreement, you're stuck with this until you complete it or violate it. If you violate this agreement, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. I'm going to bring you back here, and we're going to talk about whether you violated or not. If you did, you're looking at an entire year.
Right here, the judge formally starts the process with a Miranda warning. This isn't just courtroom routine, it's a constitutional checkpoint. Anything the defendant says from this moment forward can legally be used against her. Notice how fast this escalates. From traffic hazard to a full-blown criminal proceeding in under 30 seconds.
Do you understand? How do you plead to the offense of a lawful carrying of a weapon? I will not find you guilty. I will withhold that for a year. Part of the other agreement is that you will do thinking for a change, substance abuse education, no weapons, no drugs, no alcohol, forfeiture of the weapons, and I think that's it.
Did you get, the chief had mentioned that we agreed to 40 as opposed to $100, Judge?
He did just say that, didn't he? Okay. Oh, I marked it up.
Yes, sir.
But like I said, if you get into trade school, get an education for some kind of trade like that, I'll deem it waived. I'll take it off. Do something with your life, Mr. Will. Don't be like this. All right, man. Good luck. Ever have an issue, come back and talk to us. And don't just take off, because it's the worst possible thing to do. All right? And don't pick up a new day. Okay, guys.
Thank you, Judge.
Ma'am. Miss Tillis. You're not going to look at me? Are you that upset? What's going on?
She had the older case. She picked up the new case. We do not have video on any of these yet. However, the state has made it over to time serve her on older cases.
How long have you been in custody, man?
She has 114 days total on the older case. Or she's been in for 114 days total on the older case and 55 on.
Life, man. You doing life? Do you work? Do you go to school? Who do you live with?
I'm not able to tell people because I've already out school currently, so I'll take care of my.
And she also
I don't want you to plead guilty just to get out of jail. I don't want that to happen. Because it's only hurting you even more than you are right now. But if I let you out, you have criminal mischief cases. How old are you? What do you have in your life now? Is your mom around? Phyllis, I want to let you out, but I have to know that I'm not going to let you out to the street. I'm trying to talk to get to know you in the little time that I have to see how much I can trust you if I let you out. Sorry? Who do you have in your life that's ready to help you now if we let you out? Yourself. Do you have any parents around?
Judge's mom is around. She's just not in.
Father? Do you have anyone in your life that's ready to help you out and give you a place to live?
Her up to go to the Harris House Center.
I don't know if she knows what she's doing. I mean, we're not gonna do this. I'll let you get out on the street because the street is not a safe place for you.
I contact with them on a regular basis.
Who are you living with before you picked up these two cases? Where? Did you have an apartment? Did you have? Who owned the house? I don't know if I feel comfortable. I don't want you to plead guilty just to get out, man. But if you give me a place that you have that you just don't take you in, I'll let you out. Will you talk to Anna to see what we can do to try to help you find housing? Why not?
I have a business back, but not business back as being change.
Do you have any other family members in your life that can help you out, give you a place to stay? Aunts, uncles? Who?
I have a grandma.
Is that someone that we can reach out to and speak to? Do you have the number that we can have Anna call and verify?
What is it called? Property advisor via jail.
You don't know the phone number by heart? Do you know any phone numbers?
Judge, if you'd like, we can roll this a couple of days and I can reach out to social workers and
I'm looking now for phone number. I have one, but I don't know if that's her phone number or someone else's phone number. I'm going through all the paperwork now to see if I can find anything. 7599, is that your number?
Yeah, the last four.
I don't want you to say it out loud now, but the last four numbers, do you know what your phone number is?
Like, do you know the number? There's a number that's on the paperwork. Okay,
Wonderful. Can you reach out to that? I'm going to give it to you now.
you do that, Judge.
Okay. Can you please reach out to that, please? And, if you find her housing, I'll give her a call. I'm going to just plead guilty just to plead guilty to get out, okay? I want anything, find anything, so that we can do it and have a talk to social work, get her housing and help with the SSI back so that she has some kind of income coming in. This is the phone number I have. And then if you want to do 2 days, listen to paperwork. If you need any help, if you need any time, like if you need investigative money to find intelligence or just anything you need. Hey. Yeah. Oh, yes. It's a no-go. Jeremiah Julian. Good morning, Mr. Julian. Oof. Oof. So, you were on bond for an unlawful carrying of a weapon, a felony PCF, a criminal trespass with a deadly weapon, failure to ID, and then another unlawful carrying of a weapon. So you have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4 open cases. What are we doing?
Time served on one of the unlawful carry weapon cases there, and the others, Judge. You'll still have to resolve this felony.
Oh, that's still open. As part of the agreement is forfeiture of the weapon, I would presume.
Yes, Judge. George may think about that.
So, Mr. Julian, you've worked out just a tremendous deal. They're going to dismiss 3 of the cases in exchange for your plea on 1 of them. Okay? What you really need to understand is the charge is going to go on your record. And you will be facing a minimum of 90 days in jail for any weapons that you pick up. I'm sorry, any weapons. Any cases that you pick up, you're looking at a minimum of 90 days in jail. Do you understand? This charge will go on your record. It's going to be there for the rest of your life. You can never take it off. You give up all your rights, basically, entering into this plea bargain agreement saying, look, I don't want a trial. I don't want to talk to witnesses. I don't want to confront and cross-examine my accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences, deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal, so once you plead guilty, you can never undo this or change this. It will go on your record and it'll be there forever. Is this what you want to do? How do you plead to the offense of unlawful carrying of a weapon? You also need to understand is that the weapons in all of these cases will be forfeited. You will not get them back.
Right, that was only for 1 case. And Harry, I had
all cases.
Yes. Can I please? I mean,
Sure.
Are you talking about the facts of your cases?
Yes.
So you can't, you don't know anything about the facts of your case. That's the separation.
I want to tell you this, like, the new cases that I just caught, I was trying to do a non-arrest warrant, and I had caught a case at my house. Like, this is my home address, and they told me I was trespassing. I'm basically at my home. And the gun was my brother's in it, so I was just
Dismissing all those cases. You know what I mean? So you're only pleading to 1 of the cases and they're dismissing the other 3. So you're not pleading guilty to those cases. They're dismissing all of them. So the problem is that part of the plea bargain is that you can't get these guns back. At least 2 of them. We only have 2, right? Yeah. You can't get those back. Do you understand that? Okay. Do you still want to do this? All right. How do you plead to the office? I will find you guilty, sentence you to 10 days in jail. I'll give you credit for 8 days if it's done. Unfortunately, we still have you here because you still have your case upstairs. careful. If you get on probation, take it seriously, because you're facing a lot of time. Okay? All right. Good luck. Excuse me.
Pushing on Mr. Williams. I did speak with his father. His father doesn't really live here. I think he comes back and forth. He did. I didn't actually get that. I was kind of just asking for, would he have a license to be? And, it's kind of a yes and no at this point. I think.
Okay.
Well, they wanted, I think they wanted.
Morning, Mr. Berry. Mr. Berry, bringing you out now because your lawyer has asked for me to set you a bond. I don't know. I've got two main concerns. First, most importantly, are you a danger to my public? And number two, equally as important, are you going to go back to jurisdiction you want? I'll give you a chance. I know that you're going to tell me that it's gumdrops and rainbows and I get it. But the way that I get to know you is how you look on paper. Because that tells me who you are, not what's in here. Because a lot of people tell me things, and when they walk out the door, they turn into someone completely different. So that will really tell me who you are. Okay? I will give you the opportunity to speak. I'm going to give her the opportunity to speak as well. I'd like to know, number one, where's he wanted from, what for, what kind of prior did he have?
Judge, he's wanted in Fulton County, Georgia. On the front cover of the fugitive page, it states that he's wanted for theft and taking, but I did a little bit of digging. It looks like he's wanted for 4 felonies at the same transaction. I don't know why they didn't include it on the teletype or anything. I'm not confirmed. He's wanted additionally for 3 felony criminal damage to property and 2 charges for unlawful person employed by, associated with criminal street gang to conduct and participate in criminal activity and commission of offense. It's a very, very charge. But it looks like it was the same offense that he was originally wanted, and he was extradited for back in 2022. He either absconded or violated again the open case. And specifically addressing bond, the state would be opposed for the bond in the past 10 years alone, not including other states. And with the cat that he's been arrested 21 times, 12 of them felonies, 2 revocations of parole, 3 evading, 2 felonies, and 1 misdemeanor. Or the definition of a flight safety risk. Do that kind of question on the court in that one.
So in regards to the telegram, because obviously the state has their duty, I have my duty as a defense attorney. All of the other charges that were not on that telegram were dismissed. The case was reduced to theft. This case has been pending since God knows when. The Fulton County is there so forth. Your Honor, here as I stand with the same client I stood before you 2 years ago, asking for a bond for my client, so that's granted a bond, Your Honor. And when we granted that bond, my client did what would want anyone to do, was to turn himself in, appear in court. We gave him another court date. However, no. Once he checked himself in, he was able to bond out of Fulton County. Since then, that case has still been pending. He has an attorney in that county as well. However, throughout the time, my client moved. The issue was that there was supposed to be an updated address change to the court. So they were on the court date, I believe, around August the 12th. And because they did not update his address, the notice was sent to his old address. They immediately issued a warrant. So my client was actually picked up when he came back from work. He didn't even know that he had a warrant. And I understand the state's position that my client does have an extensive history. I was also his parole attorney, which he was successfully discharged from as well. I know Mr. Berry, and I can stand for him for this court. Anybody that I have stood before you has always, I'm not going to take a client that's going to embarrass me or embarrass you. He came, last time you allowed and granted a bond. He did exactly what he's supposed to do, and if you do it this time, he will do that.
You don't give bonds 2 times in a row. And I counsel people every single time when they come here that if I give you a bond now, it's not going to happen again. It's your responsibility. You've been a fugitive once. We don't let you do it over and over and over. So I gave you a bond last time. Can't keep doing it because you're going to keep Same thing's gonna keep happening.
It's not, sir. I promise you.
I get it, but it did, and I told you last time, it's not gonna happen again.
Yes, sir. Can I talk to you, please?
But Your Honor, it was not, so this,
How do I know that?
so I'm telling you this because I'm also an officer of the court and I've done my research on it. It was not fault. It was not. It was just a mistake of address. That's the only reason why. I've been checking
He's
in with my client.
supposed to update them of any
Yes.
changes in insurance.
So please can speak for that part.
Please talk to me, please.
So what I would do is reach out to Fulton County, let them know, and hopefully they'll pull the warrant. They'll pull the whole. Or will they not?
Your Honor, I've had history with the county. They're very slow.
Yes.
And very
Have you done
difficult.
work there?
Huh?
You done work?
For other clients.
No.
Yes. Your Honor, can you just listen? Can you just hear them out as to why? So with the regarding that you did update your act,
Yes.
typically address that.
Yes. Your Honor, the last time you gave me this ball, you told me to job and you told me to change my life. And I did that. I completed CDL school. I worked every day. They put me on insulin. I take insulin 2 times a day. I can't. The way that they expedite you there, by the time I make it, my flight is already in the process of being booked, like you told me to left.
Can't take it.
To turn myself in?
You have a warrant. Try to get on an airplane. They can.
You let me last time. You let me out. You let me take it. I turned. Okay, the address I updated it. Yeah. And,
How do I know that?
And
I'm not supposed to take your word for it.
I was honest with you last time about everything.
And that's why I gave you a bond. And I told you though the last time it's not gonna happen again.
But you said if I messed up, and I did not mess up. I did good, y'all. I
Great.
promise you.
But now,
So gave me 10 days to turn myself in. I turned myself in 6 days.
Your Honor, it was going to be the Irish sheet. And I-
Please, Your Honor.
So if you're not going to get at least maintain current.
it's not a matter of speed.
Okay.
It's a matter of that we cannot continue to enable. That's what it is. And if I do this now, let's just say it's not gonna happen the third.
No, Your Honor.
Well, I mean, that's the first time.
They dismissed 3 of the cases, Your Honor.
So from the time I was charged with saying, relocation is shocking. That's really
Yes,
the
sir.
Not
So what? I mean, you do a speedy trial. Ask for a speedy trial.
ready on that part. Okay, well, what I can show you is don't continue to say, Your Honor, like,
Please, Your Honor.
I've had one before where they stated it was clerical error, and I want to say only one time. All the other times it was a genuine clerical error. When they corrected you in the jurisdiction, I've had that happen before. So if court wants to roll it over for a day, counsel wants to contact Fulton County to figure out if it was truly a clerical error, and it was a misunderstanding where it was being shipped out.
I think what they're saying is that there was a problem where he's saying that he updated the address. They didn't do it.
Sure, and that's what I mean. There was an error, right? Court in
Can
Fulton
we talk to
County.
them and see if that's the case?
Well, you can Google it, Your Honor. It was a glitch in Atlanta.
Let me ask you this, Mr. Berry. How did you update your address?
I called the bond company. That's what they entrusted me to do.
Update it, right?
Well, so I don't really talk about it. That's what I mean. It's a mistake on the court, right, and not
So
not the defendant.
I would do is get in contact with the bail bond company and say, hey man, this is what we did. We didn't do it the right way. We're gonna, if you don't fix this, there's a bail bond board that you can report activities to in the event that they mess up.
Sir, please, Your
Giving them one. I can't do it again. I never do. Ever. You know?
Honor. 3 days and I'll be there.
And it is also worth noting it's probably good to update on the front end because he's on a deferred county before they remove because there was a warrant issued out.
Else on the phone here.
Here.
For what?
For
Unless it's ground.
So, but the fact that he's open on deferred and no one has filed a motion to revoke because initially all they see is the KPS issued out on 15. They have filed a motion. The point is before anything else happens, if council does want to correct both of these issues and for the local deferred, probably two birds one stone to call from county to figure out what happened.
Try that.
can we roll it tomorrow?
Yes, absolutely. Of course. I would reach out to the bonding company, say, hey man, I did this, you guys messed up, fix this, otherwise, you can file a complaint. You're telling me you did. If you did, then that's the right thing to do.
Yeah, I mean, I'm begging to take insulin now. Life has changed for me. I know I got in trouble in the past, but you instructed me to do something, and I've done it step by step. I changed my life, everything.
Jerry,
Sir,
the entire time I've been here, I've never once given a second thought.
Your Honor, if I may.
Sure. I will never say no. But I don't know. I mean,
I gotta take, I don't know.
right. I don't know. I don't know. I never want to say no. Because you never know what someone else is going to provide you to show you that really it's not his fault. And if it's not, then,
I had it happen before where the court demanded.
if it's really not his fault, would you let it go?
please.
No, don't. Please, don't.
Yes.
Okay, last time, I'm gonna.
Yeah, I
Look, let's see what they have. Let's go through this.
Yeah, well-
I don't want to commit you to an answer. That's really not.
Yeah,
So-
and for the transparency, I do show that he hasn't had any violations. The incident that referred to this account with the people. So other than this, but it's just with the sheer amount of history. It's one of the lines I've seen. So that's my concern. And
I'm saying he's been doing good.
well, so
Very.
right. So,
Earn determination for me, sir.
So,
Okay.
so I want information from the court. Because ultimately, in the end, it's not whether it's not the how they prosecute the case. It's whether he's wanted another case.
Diligence. Let me see what you got, and let's talk.
right.
Never. Well, I'm not saying never. I always put my foot in my mouth. Let's see what you can read. Okay. All right, Mr. Barry.
Go on.
Okay. Morning, Mr. Eli.
Good morning.
Okay.
Better than my booth.
Seem clear-headed. Things are going well now. You've got a clear mind of what's going on. Problem is how long that's going to last. God forbid, you dig yourself into such a deep hole that you'll never crawl out of. And then if you end up with a criminal case where there's a dead body, it's exactly what you've done. We will do everything in our power to prevent that from happening, no matter what you're doing. All that needs to happen going forward is you do not get into a car. Whatever you're doing in this life, wherever you need to go, don't get into a car. Do you understand? The worst possible thing you can do, ever, if you're using anything, get into a car. You have a 4,000, 5,000 pound missile that can do catastrophic damage to anyone you run into. And if you're in a state that you shouldn't be, don't. Do you understand?
Yes.
What's going to happen now? What are we doing?
I'll continue with the drug program, with the drug court, and live my life. So I'm doing so I've been doing. I look forward from this.
Do you know what happens if you don't?
Yes.
What happens if you don't?
All the prison. What?
You will go into a rehab facility. That's what's going to happen. I am now, and I've told Shreya that I don't agree with what's going on now. I do, but I don't. So what I really think is what the report said in the safe P, which is an inpatient facility. That's what I really think. But because she's so tenacious, I have agreed to try to let you do this on your own. If you are unable to do this on your own, we're going to do it the other way. And the other way is what the report says, and then is the treatment facility in the jail. It's going to happen one way or the other. Do you understand?
Yes.
So, when you're out, if you ever have a craving If you ever have someone coming up to you, giving you peer pressure to go do this, don't. Find a sponsor, find someone else to talk to. Call me, come here to court, call Shreya, but don't use. And don't hang out with the people that you were using with before. You understand? Can we give him a curfew so that he's not out in the middle of the night as part of the sober court? Look, I don't want to interfere with their specifics. I mean,
And just defer to the report, you figure out how you can.
I'm scared for you, Mr. Eli. I really hope that you can make this work, and I want you to do it. But, you know, when you're using that kind of dope, don't go back to the old. Don't hang out with who you were hanging out with. Don't go back to the places you were hanging out with, because all you have to do is be in that environment, and it's gonna catch you up like this. If you start using it, if you don't comply with these conditions, I will file your warrant. You understand? Mr. Eli, you're charged with, so we're going on the second, right? Everything else is being dismissed. Is that right?
The FGI is also part.
What about, was there any restitution on the FGI?
We weren't able to get in contact with somebody.
It wasn't anything else. And you're like, literally,
You're charged with 3 cases. You're charged with false report. You're charged with driving while intoxicated, second offense, and you're also charged with failure to stop and give information. You've worked out an agreement. They're going to dismiss 2, and you're going to plead on the DWI second. As part of the plea agreement, you're going to sober court, which I really hope you take to heart, because I've already done the spiel for you. You're giving up a lot of rights by entering this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, or to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront, cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you enter into this agreement, you are stuck with this until you complete it successfully, or unless we have to issue a warrant and file a motion to revoke. If you violate the terms, we will issue a warrant, put you in custody, and then we're going to have a hearing. And if they prove it to me, you're looking at an entire year in jail. Do you understand? Yes. How do you plead to driving while intoxicated, second offense? Guilty or not guilty? The other thing is this, is that you now are charged and will have 2 DWIs on your record. What happens the next time? Now, if you ever are in a car and you get charged, you will be facing a 3rd-degree felony. You'll be facing a minimum of 2 years in prison, a maximum of 10 years in prison. Do you understand? Yes. I'm going to do everything in my power to prevent that from happening. Do not get into a car. I am suspending your license for 2 years. Do not get into the driver's seat of any car. Do you understand? Yes. So we're doing it. It's an 18-month probation, right? And then is it repeat offender, right? So, we're doing 2 with the education.
one people try education, and one people try.
Okay. Victim impact panel? Well, no, I don't want to do anything with no one.
They have 60 hours of free.
Yeah. So one of the things that you'll have to do is 60 hours of community service. I know that as part of a reward system that they have with you, the better you do, the more conditions they'll take off. So they may waive your community service time if you do well in the program. What else?
Your Honor, we looked into it, and it's so busy. Shall require 5 days, not less than 5 days. 5 doesn't.
Straight.
Oh, I see.
Not what they're called. According to code.
Insurance. Patient information. Yes. Because outside the 5 years,
It's within 5 years.
the
Mr. Lindsay, was it 5 as a condition or was it 3?
I don't that the statute worded a rule strangely.
Don't say.
Anything you want to look at? I guess it.
Why is it like this? I don't understand. Why just
Article 42A, the judge must say he shall require the condition of his decision to not less than 5 days confinement, any jail, and a fine under 49.09A, which is the speedy on second, and subject to 49.09A, when it's a 5 within 5. And that subsequently to subject to apply to person convicted in second or a substance operated a motor vehicle while intoxicated, committed within 5 years of on the most recent state office.
I don't have any information on the first one. When was the first one?
Or through conviction was on 2019 and most recent that we're on now, move on May 2000.
So the other one was committed outside the 5 years. And this
The
conviction.
conviction or committed?
So my understanding is this is the conviction we're talking about. He would be convicted of an offense of 49 with his prior being committed outside the 5 years. So he committed DWI out of county. I think it was January of 2019. So outside 5 years. And that's where the statute makes a little bit confusing.
You were okay with the 3, right, Mr. Lindsay? Right? So we'll just, okay. Stay. So
So are you?
don't you, Mr. Eli, don't use. Do you understand? Don't go to any parties. Don't go to any bars. I want to also put on the bars, places of ill repute. In a place where it's 50% or more, or liquor.
Or what I was reading from really correct. Yeah. There's nothing holding it correct. Oh, you know, what yeah, that's perfect. Perfect.
Don't use. Okay. I didn't know guilty or not guilty. Guilty. But we'll find you guilty. Send it to the agreement. Make it work. Is it true that you were convicted of a felony offense of possession of a controlled substance in 2020 out of the 209th District Court? So, true the innocent. Okay, guys. Good luck, Mr. Eli. I hope it works. If you're being patient. What? Okay with that. I want him to report here, though. Hey, I want him to report here so I can take a drug test. Report court 9 in the morning, and I'm going to take a drug test.
On that date,
Yes. Don't use. Okay.
can I ask a question? So on November, you think like come here?
I want you to come right here.
So just surrender here, right?
Correct. Here in court with me. Because I want to drug test.
And this is the moment that changes everything. .162 and .19. That's more than double the legal limit. In DWI cases, numbers don't lie, and juries love numbers. At this point, the defense uphill battle just got very steep. The evidence is stacking